Hi guys, the Metal Maniac back again, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review of the album, the Morbid Scream demos by, of course, the band Morbid Scream. Morbid Scream was a pretty, I think even then a pretty obscure death thrash band, from, Texas. Um, Also, I did not say the full title because it's a mouthful. The full title is actually Bloodstain's 941 Longhorn Drive, the Morbid Scream demos, which is kind of a dumb thing to make the name of the album so long. Just call it the Morbid Scream demos. Don't put all this like long, like a very extremely unnecessary long title. Just call it the Morbid Scream demos. Anyway, so this is a compilation of pretty much everything they ever did. This band only lasted a few years in the late 80s. I think 87 to maybe early 1990, I believe. But anyway, so this is a compilation album of everything they ever recorded. It has their original 3 demos, and then some, I think, previously unreleased live songs. But anyway. So before I get into the album, I'm gonna name off the band members really quickly. Hold on, I need to find the, I need to find the, credits here. I don't know where the credits are. I didn't even look. Oh, here we go. Wait, no, that's not it. Huh. Hold on, give me a minute. I didn't even look to see, like, I've listened to this album, but I did not even bother to check where the credits for the band members are on here, or even if there is any credits. Hold on. No, I'm not seeing any band member credits. And they're not on the back of the album either. Alright, so there are band member credits, but it's not on one of the main pages. It's actually on the picture of the second demo. So I don't know if the band lineup stayed the exact same throughout their career, but I'm just gonna have to go off of whatever credits are actually even on here, and these are the only credits that I've found. So this might be not the correct lineup overall. It may be, I don't know, but this is the only band member credits I could find on here. So I might be wrong about this. This might be the exact thing for the entire career. But anyway, Trent White on vocals and lead guitar, Jason Dorff on lead guitar, Jimmy Bowman on drums, and Todd Primus on bass. Yeah, I mean, I don't really. One of the problems I have with some albums is that they just don't put band member credits, and even sometimes, like, if they do, there are times, not a lot of times, but times like this where like it's gonna be like not on a main thing. It's like if it's like a booklet, it has like, I don't know. This is very weird. Anyway, I'm rambling. All right, so the compilation starts off with the first demo, released in 1987, which only has 2 tracks. So it opens with the song. Wait, was it Morbid Scream? Hold on, I gotta check the thing really quickly. No, Morbid Scream was on the second demo, I think. What was the first song? Oh, The Coming of War. Yeah, The Coming of War is a fantastic opening track. Oddly enough, though, even though it's the opening track on the demo recording on the compilation album, on the actual original 87 demo, it was actually the second and last track. The first track was actually the song Face of Death, which I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, the track listing for the first demo is reversed on the compilation for some reason. Anyway, but yeah, The Coming of War is a fantastic opening track, even if it wasn't the original opening track. Just a really great sort of like opening to the song with this sort of, the song is like, I guess you could technically say the first half of the song is an instrumental, because a good portion of the song is just pretty much an instrumental. The vocals don't really kick in until maybe the halfway or slightly past the halfway point of the song itself. But yeah, it opens up with this really cool main riff combined with this fantastic melodic as hell guitar solo. It's just so cool sounding, and you'll find throughout these songs, like, they have some really heavy and catchy riffs, but also have some absolutely sort of beautifully melodic guitar solos as well. And then it goes in the main portion of the song, and then the vocals are great as well. There's a lot of really cool, like, vocal structuring on these songs. Just the vocals are just the way they are. I don't know how to describe it very well, but, like, just the way they are done, I guess. Yeah, The Coming of War, fantastic song. And the second and last song from the first demo is the song Face of Death. This is probably my favorite song they ever recorded. Now this band is sort of, they're not fully death metal. This was like 87, so the death metal had just started. I guess you could classify them as death thrash, actually, or proto death metal. Because they're very much death thrash, not full on death metal. Again, this was 87 and 88. Yeah, this is one of the thrashiest songs on here. The main riff is just super thrashy, super catchy, and then add on the vocals the vocals are just fantastic. Again, there's this, the vocals, just the way they are and the way the structuring of the lyrics that are being done are, just really cool. And the chorus is super catchy too, super simple, but super catchy. Another fantastic guitar solo. And that ends the first demo. The second demo, if I remember correctly, starts off with the song Morbid Scream. Yes. Morbid Scream, of course, which is the title track of the band, unfortunately is probably their second weakest song. It's not terrible, it's not horrible, but it's just not up to par with pretty much almost anything else they ever recorded. And it's kind of a bummer that this was the opening track of their second demo, considering the opening track of their first demo was fantastic. It's just a very bland, very sort of average sounding song. But luckily the second album picks up finally with the song Timeless Sleep. Timeless Sleep is another fantastic death thrash, just awesome, catchy as hell song with the riffing, the vocal work, another great guitar solo. Yeah, just continues the awesomeness of the previous tracks. Next up is the song Fist in Your Face, which I swear that was that has to be the inspiration for the parody song by Deathclaw called Face Fisted. There we go. Which it's very similar. Now, obviously, it's different, but there are a lot of similarities to those two songs, and I don't know. I really it. I don't know. Maybe a coincidence, but those two songs, I don't know. They just sound similar enough to where possibly I think that Face Fisted was inspired by Fist in Your Face. But yeah, Fist in Your Face, really great. One of my favorite choruses of their entire career, honestly. Um, and another great riff. Another cool solo too. Again, not much to say about it other than what was good about this song was good about most of the other songs I just mentioned. Um, and then the last song for the second demo, an amazing closing track for this second demo, "Cries of Sanity." Oh my god, this I'm kind of disappointed that in terms of the live songs, this is not one of the live songs. They had pretty much almost every single song from all of their demos during with these live recordings that are on here, except for "Cries of Sanity," which is a bummer. Like I said, a fantastic song. Probably my second favorite song they ever put out. Um, a really good song. Fantastic riffs as always. Fantastic vocals and solo. Also, I love the subject matter is actually pretty interesting on this one. The subject matter of songs varies throughout, but this one's pretty interesting. It's more of a kind of a more realistic and down to earth kind of almost real world issue of basically is a song about this war veteran who has really severe PTSD and trauma from wars he's fought in, and he's like slowly going insane from it, and like he knows he's going insane, but he can't really do anything about it because he's almost too far gone, and like he's just going completely completely nuts, and that like he's losing sleep, he's not getting any sleep, he can't do anything, and he's knowing like he's gonna maybe even die from how far gone his mind is, but like he's sort of trapped in there. Just a really cool song with, again, a really interesting subject matter. That's again one of the few songs on here that seems like it's a more down to earth and like a real world sort of subject matter that they're talking about in this song. But yeah, "Cries of Sanity" is fantastic and a great way to sorry, tongue twisted, or tongue tied, whatever. A great way to end their second demo. Um, and then the third and final demo is definitely their weakest. It only consists of one song, and that is the song "Tragic Memories." It is the blandest, most one-note, cookie-cutter death thrash song they ever recorded. And it's kind of pathetic how it's just one song, their final demo, the final thing they ever officially put out for the at least until this compilation. The final thing they ever put out officially is the weakest thing they ever recorded, which is really bizarre. How they it's kind of sad too how they ended on a whimper instead of a bang. Yeah, it's just not a good song. Again, it's just very dull, very bland and forgettable. But those are the three demos. Oh, also the second demo was released in '88. I forgot to mention that, and the third demo was released in 1990. But yeah, those are the three demos. Now the live recordings. Come on, I have to look at the track listing here. Alright. So, the first set of live songs were recorded live at Metalworks November 11th, 1987, Arlington, Texas. This first set of recordings is very interesting, is because the second and third set of recordings are repeats of the songs from the demos, whereas the first set of live recordings are songs that weren't on any of the demos, and it's from '87. So I'm guessing that this first set of live recordings are tracks that just didn't make it to the first demo for whatever reason. But could have. Honestly, it's a very odd thing. Bands don't usually do this, at least from bands that I've come across. Bands don't usually put out a demo that's either one or two songs. Usually it's like four or more. So it's kind of odd that it's two songs, and these songs could have been put on the first demo, honestly, and it would have the runtime wouldn't have been that long. But the first song, it's sort of an intro-esque kind of thing called Into Oblivion. Really, really cool. Not much to say about that one, but awesome. Again, these live songs, the audio is not bad, but it's not the greatest. So there are points in these songs where it's kind of like hazy, where like all the instruments kind of blend, the audio kind of blends together, and you can't really tell what's going on at times. But honestly, I mean, I don't think these live recordings were remastered. I know the demos were for sure, but comparing to I actually compared these versions. I actually listened to the versions of the demos on here, and then went back and listened to the original releases. And these versions are definitely remastered, but the live audio doesn't sound remastered whatsoever. They may be. It just might be a really shitty remaster for the live recordings, but eh. But yeah, these first set of songs are really good, but again, there's times where the audio isn't the greatest. And then the second set of live recordings recorded in 1988. Of course, contains the songs "The Coming of War," "Fist in Your Face," and another song that wasn't released on a demo, "To the Gallows." Some more fantastic songs, and then sorry if I'm going through the live recordings pretty quickly, but for one, they aren't quite the ones that are on here. They're not quite as interesting as the songs on the demos, at least the ones that weren't featured on the demos that are just on the live stuff. But also because but they're good, but not as good. But anyway, but also I have some more stuff to get through. I don't want this review to be too long. Because I also have a huge booklet here that comes with it that I want to show you. So yeah. Yeah, honestly, the live songs, good, but the audio could have been a lot better. Anyway, sorry if I went through the live songs pretty quickly, but whatever. So, before I get into my final thoughts and everything, there is one other thing that comes with this, and that's this booklet. It's just, there's not really much about it. I mean, not much in terms of, behind-the-scenes information. There's photos, posters and stuff, and then there's, some, lyrics. So, first up, well, there is some information here, but it's mostly just recording information of the demos in this, particular, compilation. But the interesting stuff comes after that. Of course, there's a picture of the, band lineup from, 1987. There's a picture of the cover art of the original first demo. Awesome artwork, actually. Now I'll get to my thoughts on the artwork of the compilation a little bit later, but anyway. Now there's in between sections that are basically snippets of the lyrics from the songs. Accompanied by the artwork style of the cover art. Anyway, there's some pictures of the band members playing live, as well as another picture of the cover art for the first demo. Although this one seems to be a slightly alternate version. It's a bit more detailed than the cover art. Than the actual cover art. I think this is for it was probably redrawn, considering that this is just a promo pamphlet thing. Then you get a lot of promotional flyers from their tours from 88. Sorry, can't talk today. 87 and 88. There we go. Oddly enough, there's not really that many bands on here that I recognize, except for Overkill, Pantera. Yes, they toured with Pantera. I believe this is during the power metal album era, the first album with Phil Anselmo instead of Terry Glaze. And then the only other band on here that I recognize is Rigor Mortis, which is also another band from Texas, which I still need to do a review on their first album. I own their first album, but didn't do a review on it yet. I just never got around to it. But I also need to get their second and third albums. But anyway, there's the pictures of the promo flyers. Oh, Sepultura. I didn't even notice that at first. How did I miss that? They toured with Sepultura? Wow. I'm not the biggest fan of Sepultura, but I do love their debut EP as well as their first full-length album. There's a picture of the cover of their second demo. Now, I don't know if this is actually the case, but I always thought that the picture here was supposed to be of Michael Myers, considering that looks like Michael Myers' mask. But I don't know if that's the case or not, or if it's just a coincidence that it kind of looks like that. Here's a pretty big picture of the band playing live. Some more promo flyers. And then you get, what are these? Reviews? Yeah, these are reviews of the band and their demos. What the hell's going on out there? Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah, so, also, I want to mention it now, but I'll mention it near the end. I do have a problem with the artwork of the album, but anyway, I'll get to it later. There's some other really cool artworks that they did for the, again, a lot of these promo flyers and stuff. That one's probably my favorite. Skeletal Viking. Love that. Some more reviews and some more artwork. Some more reviews and some more artwork again, and a picture, I think, of Morbid Scream, Building the Eye. Is that an unreleased demo? I don't know. That's reel to reel, I think. That's even older than cassette. I didn't know the band still used reel to reel stuff for their demos. At least still in the 80s. I know 70s they probably did, but I didn't realize they did that in the 80s. But or is that just like a master tape or something, like the recording before they put it onto cassette or something? I don't know. And then this awesome bigger artwork right here. And then there's some interviews as well. And then at the very end here, there are lyrics to all the songs from the demos. You got lyrics to, of course, The Coming of War, Face of Death, Morbid Scream, Timeless Sleep, Fist in Your Face, Cries of Sanity, and Tragic Dreams, or Tragic Memories, sorry. Not Tragic Dreams. And then, of course, at the very, very end, you get a collage of photos of the band playing live. And there's the front and back. Anyway, so now in terms of the artwork for this particular compilation, it's not good. The compilation itself is fantastic, but the artwork is horrendously bad. I mean, look at this. This was not pre-existing artwork. They came up with this for this release, and it is terrible. I mean, this is a death thrash band from the 80s, but the artwork makes it look like it's something like some kind of like metalcore band from like the mid 2000s or something. It is not good. And again, I don't know why they did this. I mean, they had a boatload of pre-existing artworks for this band. So many different artworks. Oh, like I don't want to even count how many there are. There's so many in here, but you guys saw. I showed you. There's so many different artworks they could have used for this compilation album. Pre-existing stuff that all they had to do was just like plop it on the album cover. But no, they decided to start from scratch and choose again some really shitty metalcore-esque artwork. And that's probably one of the biggest detractors for people who probably don't even know this band. Like, people who see this album maybe are interested in it because of the name or whatever, but look at the artwork and then maybe automatically think, oh wait, no, this is a metalcore band, don't want to listen to that. And I know there's not a lot of people that, I mean, some people do, but some people, I know, but like, there are people out there, maybe not a lot, but there's people out there who basically would just look at artwork and be like, yeah, no, probably not going to check this band out. Now, again, there's not a lot of people that do that, but there are people that do that, and they're probably going to miss out on the awesomeness of the album because of the deceiving artwork. Like, again, metalcore-esque artwork on a death thrash album. Bizarre. But anyway. So overall, an absolutely fantastic band and a fantastic compilation album, despite its maybe only two issues I have with it. But yeah, I absolutely can't recommend this band and this album enough. Probably one of the best death thrash bands from the 80s I've ever heard. Now, some bands you could, go out and get their individual, old demos, even if they do cost a lot. But the demos for this band, in terms of the original ones, are pretty non-existent. Like, I haven't seen any listings for their original demos. I've only ever seen listings for this compilation album. Yeah. Just an absolutely fantastic death thrash band. I'm probably going to give this album a 9 out of 10. There's really only two issues I have with it. One, the really shitty artwork. And two, the fact that the live tracks, even though they're supposedly remastered, they're not. Other than that, this is a fantastic compilation album. Again, if you love old school death metal and you like death thrash, I absolutely highly recommend this compilation album. This band is fantastic. Alright, so that's about it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.